All right, next up for the Cyclones, we'll see Adrian Meza, freshman from Arizona, and Garrett Grice, sophomore out of Bellevue, Nebraska. So, yeah, Mesa's in the green, in the black singlet. Grice in the gray singlet. Now, Meza is a freshman out of Valiant Prep High School in Laverne, Arizona. He comes in highly acclaimed, and just another one of those great wrestlers out of Arizona. Garrett Grice comes out of Bellevue East High School in Bellevue, Nebraska. He is a sophomore. He registered a 4-3 record last year, wrestling in the Grandview Open and the Daktronics Open. Grice started his career at Virginia. He redshirted for one season at Virginia. He did wrestle a little bit. He compiled a 13-2 record, including 5-1 duels for Virginia. So again, the 125-pound class is going to look different this year with Tarakina wrestling today at 133, assuming that something doesn't change and someone else doesn't come down. We'll see a new face in that lineup this year, which a lot of really good talent. So Grice with the ankle really high in the air, just can't seem to get that down. Meza, heavy hands on the head. You know, the one thing about it, this is a far cry from where our Wrestle-Offs used to be once upon a time back in the day here at Iowa State. We'd see those in the wrestling room, and we'd see those with maybe one of the other students or something being the ref. And here today, we're just like it's a dual meet, so highly professional. And I think that's the right way to be with all the talent that we've got. I mean, it's important. Winning these matches gets you a long way towards earning a spot in the starting lineup, and that certainly is important. You need to have the best of the best out there to referee these matches. So our two wrestlers still just feeling themselves out. Tries the inside trip again. Neither time able to fight that off. And a stalemate. So let's go back to center. 0-0, 21 seconds left in the period. You know, Iowa State is only ranked about 14th or 15th in the first polls this season. But they're coming off that fourth place finish. Of course, they lose a lot of points with David Taylor out of the lineup, with him graduating. Then we go to the end of the first period with the score tied 0-0. Meza chooses down. Grice covers. Oop, looks like there's a caution. Okay, caution on red. Grice covers, and Meza with the immediate escape. Very quick off the whistle. 1-0. Oh, nice shot, nice counter, nice reshot. Grice in deep. Meza seems to be comfortable where he's at. Oh. And stalemate, so we'll start again. So as I was saying, Iowa State starts ranked number 15th in the Intermat polls, but That's largely because there's a lot of uncertainty in the lineup early on, and there's a takedown for Meza. So a lot of uncertainty in the lineup, obviously, with all the wrestle-offs and everything yet to go, as opposed to some of the other schools that are out there. And also a lot of young guys. So they'll have to earn their stripes, and they will over the course of the first month or so. And that's, you really can't put much faith at all in these polls until you get probably past Cliff Keen Las Vegas Open, our invite, which is the first weekend in December. Then you will have seen enough matches, and you'll seen, especially those teams that elect to go to Vegas, see some really good competition, and then you'll understand where you're at. All right, 4-0 in favor of Meza. Grice with the stand up and a nice mat return. Meza seems really comfortable when he's in a scramble position and recovers quite well. So, assuming that everything stays as written today, and assuming that, even if Terrakina would decide to drop back to 30 or to 25 from 33, you have some good young talent at this 25. We're deeper at the 25-pound class than we've been for a long, long time. So that's an exciting thing as well. So Mesa's amassed 1 minute and 18 seconds of riding time. So, all right, end of the second period, 4-0. Grice chooses neutral to begin a third period. We interviewed Mason. Nice scramble. Got him tight. Can he finish? And yes, and to his back. But ref gave him the 3 for the takedown, but no back points. 7-0. Had an opportunity to interview Meza last spring, shortly after his high school career ended. Really nice young man. Great addition to the Cyclone lineup. Got a chance to see him for just a few minutes and talk to him at the RTC 100, the Cyclone event here that the wrestling team always has to kick off the season, which was held about 3 weeks ago. When we interviewed him last spring, I asked Meza what he enjoyed. He said that he cut all the hair on all his teammates, and so he said he really likes being a barber. So Adrian the barber, how about that? Grice up to his feet and one for the escape, makes that 7-1, but 43 seconds left. Going to have to hustle to get back in this one. And shoe comes untied, so there's the stalling call. Got to tie those laces, double knot, or tape them. It's like he needs a little bit of a wind break here. All right, here we go. Meza with 2 minutes and 6 seconds of riding time, 38 seconds left. 7-1. So I'm impressed with Meza. I'm impressed with his mat awareness. I'm impressed. He just doesn't seem to get flustered by anything. I think when we get the opportunity to see him and Diversant go at it, I think that'll be a great match. Again, we've got the opening round today. We've got 11 matches today, potentially. Well, 11 for sure, and maybe 2 out of 3 on some. We'll see. Depends on the coaches. And this one ticks down to the final seconds, and this is going to be an 8-1 win for Meza. So our freshmen have looked dominant here. The two freshmen win the two 125-pound matches. And so we'll see Osmani DeVersant and Adrian Meza and in 2 weeks, November 2nd. Let's get the date right. November 2nd, according to Coach Dresser. And they put brackets out on the mat or on the internet this week, and brackets are great, except for there's a lot of guys who aren't wrestling because they're being held out today, and so we'll just have to see how those slot in. We may have to reset those brackets between now and then, but that's going to be a great, great day of wrestling on November 2nd. Circle back, so that's the end of the scheduled things, but as the coaches indicated, they get the ability to choose to see another match here. So we're going to see Adrian Meza and Garrett Grice again. Meza still in the black singlet from earlier today.
Yeah, the young men, they had 5 pounds, so they weighed in 129 today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Meza was slotted to be a 33-pounder. And then when I talked with him here, I guess it was the RTC 100 dinner, and he said, nope, I'm going 25. So,
Well, I'm sure he'll have plenty of time to grow into to 33. And so it's always interesting just watching them develop, and just like figuring out how it feels off the scale. You know, like, is this a different match? An hour and a half off the scale or 2.5 hours off the scale. Great awareness right there by Meza. Grice looking to hook. He gets it hooked. Now he's going to have to pop that knee off.
That was what I commented on when in their original match, was just Meza's just comfortable in those spots. He's comfortable in those. He's got, he understands where he's at in space, and he just looks really, really calm when it comes to that.
Yeah, that was really great mat awareness. Great shot, initial shot, but look, he starts moving straight forward right away. Just really good pressure.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember the score that Meza won the first.
It was a major
round, but
I thought.
I should have wrote that down. I guess I got to get into season form here.
it takes a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like Wrestle-Offs are earlier this year than they have been. But I guess when you've got as many guys on the squad, you've got to kind of spread them out a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a big change that's going to happen. So you're going to go from a roster of 40 guys. Body lock position. Let's see who's going to go first. Nice. Garrett looks to throw it by. Ref needs to keep him safe here if they find their way out. But, yeah, the roster is only going to be 30 next year.
Okay.
Right? So it's like with all the changes that are happening with NIL and all those things, obviously Iowa State wrestling has – nice ankle pick right there. Meza finds his way out but gets hit for stalling. Grice gets it up to his feet. Meza looking to kick out, crawls up, looking to kick. Nice roll. Oh, my goodness. These dudes are scrapping. You got to love this, dude.
It is. It's
I don't have
great.
to be as professional right now. I can get all excited and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I figured I can cheer for both of them because it doesn't matter. I can wear my Cyclone gear here. I don't have to be impartial. That was a great scramble.
Yeah, it was a really perfect timing by Meza. They hit his Granby situation. Man, it's just good scrapping. And no one's conceding points,
No.
Nice. Looking to get his one, but shoots right back in, so gets a
Not quite yet.
Keep him safe, please. Keep him safe.
Yeah. Let's not have any injuries today.
Yeah, we don't need that.
I mean, I don't think. Well, let's just not see anybody else get hurt.
Yeah.
I had 16 seconds already.
Yeah, that'll be. I understand why they have to do what they have to do when it comes to number of scholarships and that type of stuff, and
Yeah.
guys in the room. But there's always been something about that guy who comes and walks on, and
Yeah.
gets that opportunity to wrestle, and maybe makes it, maybe doesn't. But
And that's I think I would just, if I had to decide or think about what Kevin Dresser's thinking about, like, you got the ISU Wrestling Club over the school, and I think they're looking for a coach. So if anybody in the Ames area wants to coach some college guys that just love wrestling and want to continue it, that are they're not involved with the program but love wrestling, there's opportunity there. But yeah, we were talking about just the avenues kind of to support Iowa State wrestling. You got the Cyclone Regional Training Center still, and you got, I think, 3 or 4 athletes that are part of that. David Carr, most notably, who just made national team and is going to the World Championships as Jordan Burroughs' training partner for the World Championships next month. Or no, is it this month?
it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, this month, yeah.
End of the last week of the month.
Yep, and then you got Ranieri Ortega, who's from Cuba, and he's a world champ. And you got Brandon Murray and
Coleman.
Coleman, Duncan Lee. Coleman, a 2-time Iowa State All-American. So there's great talent and resources in the wrestling room now, and those are the things. Support makes success. And then you got the Cardinal and Gold Collective, like we talked about with the Westo beer, and so there's opportunities to support Iowa State and to figure out how you can support Iowa State in their pursuit of a national championship, a team national championship. So,
yeah, it is really good, and I'm going to go back to your Iowa State Wrestling Club. I wish we would have had that here back when I was in school. That would have been perfect. Those kids gives a lot of young men an opportunity to compete in a club setting, which is good because not everybody is, at that level, and.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean the heart isn't there and the desire isn't
and the
there.
love of the sport. Like those guys are engineers. They're they came to Iowa State because they loved what academically what Iowa State could offer them and the value they would gain. So
but it's organized. When I went to school here in the 80s, we had that same group of guys that went up to the wrestling room every night and worked out together. We just didn't have any organized way. We'd go to some old-timers tournaments and what have you. And so it's really nice to see something a little more organized for
wrestling on the edge. Going to get hit for stalling. No fleeing call. 1-1.
All right, so we'll have to see. This is a lot closer than the first go-round.
Yeah, and maybe that's a weight thing. It's always interesting this early in the season. When you have, a younger guy going up against maybe a seasoned veteran that's coming down a weight class, but just trying to figure out how his body feels down there. There's both these guys dealing with the same things, Nice shot.
Very nice.
Beautiful roll through right there by Grice. He's going to have to continue to work up. Looks to hook that. Now we're back in that same position. Meza jumps over. Oh, man.
Just a scramble.
Yep, 30 seconds left. Someone's going to have to keep one elevated. Ref's going to have to make sure he keeps these guys safe. Like you talked about earlier, Jeff, just this early in the season, you never want to see someone get tweaked.
1-1, 24 seconds left. Only 16 seconds of riding time, so that won't factor into things. So we've essentially got sudden victory to get to avoid sudden victory.
And he gets the leg.
Oh, right there.
Now we're going to go. He's going to get that takedown.
Yeah, 4-1. So now what happens? Well, I mean, obviously we got 2 seconds left in the match.
Yeah, but best 2 out of 3,
Best 2 out of 3, so do we sit around for a while, or we'll have to see what the coach tells us?
Well, I'm going to be leaving regardless because I have a wrestling practice to run at 4.
Well, there you go. That was an excellent match. That I guess that's good.